This is how the biggest HVAC companies in your local area are outranking you on Google and taking up all your leads. If you run an HVAC company, I'm going to show you 3 of the biggest HVAC companies in America and analyze their domains in SEMrush to see what their exact SEO strategy is. Here's the problem. You know that your team does way better work than the bigger guys, but yet they still outrank you on Google and they're taking up all of the leads. And despite what you've heard about SEO, this isn't because they have more reviews than you or they've been around for longer. It's because they have a specific strategy that you do not have. We've seen clients outrank their competition who have double the reviews and have been around for 10 years longer than they have. Now, I can say all of this with full confidence because we've helped dozens of HVAC companies steal their competitors' strategies, do it better than them, and as a result, dominate their local area. These screenshots that you're seeing are just a few snippets of some of our HVAC clients' results with SEO. If you want to see more about what we do with SEO for our local clients, definitely check out the link below, but let's get right into the video. What I'm going to do first for each company is show you their website, where they're ranking on Google, their SEO stats, and then I'll break down the strategy and then how you can implement it today. So let's get right into it with the first company. All right, so the first HVAC company whose SEO strategy we're gonna analyze is 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. As you can see from their website, they operate in dozens and dozens of cities across the US. I should say all the strategies that we talk about in this video apply to Canada as well. The US is just easier to find big HVAC companies in. So let's take a look and dive into their SEO stats. So as you can see from SEMrush, they've got a really healthy and good authority score. We're not going to talk about authority scores too much in this video because really what it comes down to with SEO tactics and strategy, yes, is building authority, but you don't need to have a bigger authority score than your competitors to outrank them on Google. Now, their organic traffic, they're getting a little over 150K organic search visitors coming to their website every single month. But what I really want to go through and what's really going to show us their strategy is the keywords that they're ranking for. So let's take a look at this. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to filter out for their branded searches. So 1 Hour Heating, 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, those are all branded searches, people who already know about the business. This traffic can be attributed to other sources other than just SEO, right? So with SEO, we want to get people to the website that have probably never heard about the business before. So I'm going to filter out to exclude keywords containing the term 1 hour. I'm just going to say 1 hour. And that'll remove the branded search terms, just giving us the non-branded searches, right? Non-referral traffic. So let's take a look and scroll through some of these keywords. Heater repair near me. This gets 60,000 searches every single month, and they're in the 7th position for that Google search. So the columns here real quick, this is the keyword here. This is the intent behind the keyword. You don't have to pay too much attention to that, but the position, the 3rd column, is where they're ranking on Google for that search term. If you see a little pin, that means their Google business profile is ranking there. And then the volume, this is the amount of searches that term gets every single month. The keyword difficulty, so if this number is higher, it's gonna be a much larger difficulty to rank for that keyword. And then the cost per click, you don't need to pay too much attention to that. But let's get into this. AC tune-up near me, water heater replacement, HVAC services near me, emergency air conditioner repair. I'll go through some of these, but they've got thousands, tens of thousands of search terms that they're ranking for. AC emergency repair. When I'm going through their top ranking search terms, this is the first thing that I want to point out to you. Most of these are very broad searches and they're not localized intent. So AC emergency repair, that is not specific to a city or a neighborhood or a suburb. And so the person searching up this keyword could be anywhere in the US, but that doesn't matter for them because they pretty much operate in every single city in the US. So this is a good keyword for them to rank for. And so what I want you to be pulling out of this is do not, if you're a local business that services one city or just the surrounding areas of your major city, do not try to rank for very broad keywords like they're doing here. If anything, we want to take what they're doing and do the opposite. We want to rank for search terms that are extremely localized and extremely specific. Let me find a good example of this. So we've got air conditioning repair Houston. That is a localized search term. These are the types of keywords that you want to rank for. Now, if we're looking at the difficulty for some of these keywords, they're a lot higher, like 55, 35. Some of these are pretty low difficulty, but 69, 61, 50. If you're a new HVAC company or if you have a smaller domain authority, you don't want to try to rank for these search terms that are getting thousands, if not tens of thousands of searches every single month with a high difficulty, because these are the people that you're competing against. Moving back to the more localized based searches, you want to rank for those keywords that have local intent that are specific to a service, a neighborhood, suburb, or a major city. Now, one thing that they do really well, which you should take away and be doing yourself on your own HVAC website, is for every single keyword that you see here, most of them have a different page that is ranking. So this link on the right-hand side that I'm hovering over is the website page or URL that's ranking for that search term. So if I were to search up furnace repair near me and you go to the 12th position on Google, this is the page, the link that's ranking for that keyword. And as I scroll through this, we've got some GMB links, but also on the website, we've got some specific pages and URLs. A lot of them, they probably have thousands and thousands that are ranking for different keywords. And so why does this work so well and why should you be doing it? Well, when you create different landing pages on your websites with unique URLs, so for example, emergency HVAC services, it has a higher likelihood of ranking for that search term. So you can see here, emergency HVAC services is ranking for emergency air conditioner repair. If I go to this page on their website and I scroll down, they're talking about AC repair on that page, right? You can see here, as I scroll down, there's a lot of content on this page and AC repair is mentioned on the page. So for example, this one, services, heating, water heaters, water heater repair near me. If I go to that page, this page is only dedicated to water heaters and water heater repair. So for you, the takeaway tactic from this is for every keyword, every service, every location that you offer HVAC services in, be creating landing pages with specific and unique URLs on your website that only target that one specific search term. That way you'll have a much easier time ranking for that keyword. A final tactic I'll leave with you that we can gather from 1 Hour HVAC is that they're really dedicated towards ranking for high difficulty, high search volume keywords that don't have the localized intent to them. And that's not what you want to do if you're a small HVAC company. You want to go for the localized, highly specific content like you've seen. Another example I'll give you of this is they're ranking for Tempe, Arizona AC repair. They're in the 10th position for that keyword, which is not ideal for them. If we go to the page that's ranking for that keyword in the 10th position, you can see all the text on this page is not specific to AC repair. It's just broad and generalized to HVAC in general, right? As I scroll on the page, you're just seeing HVAC, you're not seeing too much about AC repair. And so for you, make sure that you're making specific pages with specific content targeting locations and services. The second HVAC company we're gonna be analyzing is Aire Serv. And as you can see, similar to 1 Hour Heating and Cooling, these guys have dozens and dozens of locations across the US. They're a big franchise as well. So let's take a look at their SEO stats. And similar to 1 Hour, they are ranking for a lot of keywords, over 100,000 keywords, over 150,000 organic visitors into the website every single month, and a very strong authority score. But I want to direct your attention to this AI visibility here. This is a new feature that SEMrush has, and it's telling us they have a ton, thousands of mentions across AI platforms. So I want to take a look into their strategy and what they're doing with AI, because that is absolutely massive now. Your customers are putting in local-based and informational-based searches and prompts into ChatGPT, Gemini, to different LLMs. And so we want to see what these guys are doing to get ahead of that curve, because they're doing a really good job at it. So similar to 1 Hour, just in a broad sense, they're ranking for a lot of generic high volume keywords, AC repair near me, mini split, repair AC near me, all these types of keywords. But I really want to see what they're ranking for when it comes to AI and how they're doing that. So I'm going to filter out for SERP features, and I'm just going to look at AI overviews. So this is going to tell us a variety of keywords, some that they're ranking on AI overviews. Now I will say, since I filtered this out, all are ranking on AI overviews, but this little diamond shows us specifically ones that are just ranking on AI overviews. So let's take a look at this here. As I scroll through this list, one thing that I'm seeing is, mini splits, thermostat wiring, water heater, anode rod. This little intent column with the I is telling us these types of keywords are informational. People are searching for an answer to a question or seeking information or education on a specific topic. And most of the keywords that they're showing up on AI for are informational based searches. You know, we do have some localized based ones here, but most of these are going to be informational based. So how are they doing that? Well, let me take a look at broken AC, for example. The one that's ranking on AI is a blog. Quickly cool your house if your AC breaks, and then it talks about what happens if your AC is broken, how to cool your house. I think, you know, frequently asked questions, how to cool a room without AC. So this is a blog post. Now, when I go to their blog, let me go to their blog and kind of show you what they're doing here with their blog strategy. Okay, this is February 10th. What is the best outdoor heater for a patio? Dangers and effects of inhaling toxic fumes. What is geothermal cooling? I'm going to keep scrolling through these, and I want you to notice a theme, which is that they're not talking about themselves at all. All of these blog posts are highly specific answers to questions. Each blog post targets one specific topic. A lot of you guys are going into ChatGPT, prompting it to write you blog ideas, and then to write the entire blog, you're just copying and pasting it onto your website. And that's never going to work if you're that generic with your blog posts. Similar to what I told you about with the landing pages, you want to create blog content that is centered around only one topic. Signs you have poor indoor air quality. Are oil diffusers safe for indoor air quality? This entire blog is just talking about that one thing. And as I scroll through the pages of their blog posts, it's not generic posts like top 10 reasons you need to fix your AC right now. Because think about it, which of your customers is ever going to search that into Google? Who is going to go into Google right now and say, top 10 reasons I need to fix my AC? Nobody's going to search that up. But they are searching, what is a hybrid water heater? How to cool my house if my AC is broken? These are real questions that customers are asking. And so you want to find out what those questions are. A really good way is when you're on service calls, when you're on the phone with customers and you're doing quotes, write down the questions that they're asking you. Write them down, because if they have a question about something, it probably means another customer and your other leads have that same question if they're facing the same problem. So write all those down, and then what they're doing is creating the blog topics based on those questions. And then as a result, they're getting shown up on ChatGPT and large language models as a whole. I made a full video breaking down how to do this. I ranked on Google and ChatGPT, both in the first positions overnight in 24 hours by writing a highly specific blog post. Mind you, it's targeted towards more marketing rather than HVAC, but the same concepts apply across all industries. So with this SEO strategy that Serv, what is this guy? Aire Serv, I was gonna say ServPro, that Aire Serv is doing when it comes to AI is creating educational content on the website that is highly useful to clients, and it's highly specific. One reason that large companies like Aire Serv does blog posts the way that they do is, yes, to get more traffic to the website and potentially get leads from some of those blogs, but really to increase the authority of the website. They have a very high authority score and they're getting a lot of backlinks. I would imagine a ton of these organic backlinks, a ton of backlinks that they have are coming from organic sources. In other words, they didn't just reach out to a company directly and ask, hey, can you link back to my website? Companies and other SEO agencies are seeing Aire Serv's website rank #1, and it's being cited in multiple articles. Because what happens is when you rank your website #1 or like the top 3 of an informational based search, then a lot of companies will just naturally rank back or link back to your website if they're citing you in an article. And that's what an organic backlink is, the best and easiest way to generate backlinks over time. And what happens is when you get more of those backlinks and you're ranking for more of those informational question-based searches, the authority score of your domain authority, in other words, will increase, typically making it easier for you to rank on some more high difficulty, high search volume keywords. Okay, so the tactical takeaway for you from Aire Serv is they are clearly getting ahead of AI. They're in front of it by creating highly niche specific answers to questions via the use of blog posts on their website, and they're publishing them pretty consistently over time. You want to be pushing out at least 2 to 3 blog posts on your website every single week. If you can, 1 blog post per week is good enough, but the goal of these blog posts and what these guys are doing is using it to get cited on AI prompt answers, but also to get organic backlinks and then increase the domain authority score of the website. And the reason for this, and increasing your authority score is so that your other landing pages that are more service and local based, like I showed you on the last website, so that those can rank higher. Because really, the conversion based keywords like AC repair in Houston, Texas, those are the ones that are gonna bring in the most leads rather than why is my AC not working. So take away from this, do more blog posts, increase the domain authority score of your website, and if you can, get some backlinks. The last HVAC company we're gonna be looking at is called Duct. You may know these guys. Let's take a look at their SEO stats. As you can see, compared to the other two that we just looked at, they're getting a lot less organic traffic, but they still have a good authority score. I would say these guys can be getting a lot more organic traffic than they currently are. If you're from Ducks and you're watching this, definitely reach out to me. But either way, let's take a look at some of their keywords they're ranking for, because I want to show you the strategy that they're using for local SEO, for ranking their Google business profiles as high as they are. So same as before, air duct cleaning near me, ranking really high for these high difficulty keywords that get a lot of traffic. But let me filter this out for SERP features that are specific to their Google business profile. So I'm gonna filter this out here. Let me scroll down the list. So we're gonna do the local pack, and they've got hundreds of search terms that they're ranking for in the first position. So I'll scroll down this list: dryer vent cleaning, Noblesville, duct cleaning, Fishers, duct cleaning services, ducting installation companies. So many good keywords that are bringing in thousands and thousands of leads probably to their business every single month. So how are they doing this? Well, I pulled up one of their business profiles. This is just one of them, but let's take a look at what they're doing right here. When I scroll down the profile, I can see that they consistently put out regular updates on the business profile that have keywords, but also just talk about the business and what they're up to at any given point in time. Google rewards this type of behavior on business profiles, consistent and regular updates, because what it shows Google is that this is a real business who is active. Google rewards not just profiles that have a ton of reviews or they're in the local area or the website SEO is good. It rewards profiles that it sees are active. And another part of that activity is their reviews, but they don't have a crazy amount of reviews. So why are they ranking in the top 3 for Google searches with this business profile? When I look at the reviews, they're getting updated pretty consistently, like a week ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 4 months ago, 5 months, 5 months, 5 months. So the regular reviews on business profiles, again, signal to Google that this is an active business in the real world, right? Not just online. In the real world, customers are interacting with this brand, with this company, and they're having good experiences. So as a result, Google's algorithm will push this business profile higher. And you might have heard that having a service area business profile is not as good. You want to have a physical location. Yes, that is true, but it's not a catch-all. You can definitely rank high with a business profile that's a service area one. But as you can see with this one, it's not a massive service area that they're covering. If they tried to cover like all of Miami up here, all the way to like Key Largo, that would be really difficult to rank number 1. So it's a little bit of a smaller service area. Another thing I'll say is that they have photos on the website, photos on the Google business profile that get added regularly, and they've got some reviews with photos in the reviews as well. If I look at more of their business profiles, these are 2 that they have from Michigan, Ducks of Mid-Michigan, and then Southeast Michigan. This one has 71 reviews. The other one has over 500 reviews, as you can see here. But both of them have the exact same posts that they're doing. All of them have the same posts. So I would assume one person is managing the business profiles, and they have dozens and dozens of business profiles, but they're just doing the exact same updates to every single profile. And that doesn't matter to Google. Again, all that matters is that it just sees that this business is active. So the takeaway for you, if you service multiple cities, not just multiple suburbs and multiple locations, but multiple cities, set up as many Google business profiles as you can. And if you need to, start with the service area business profile, and then you can transition it to a physical location profile later. But put as many business profiles on the map as you possibly can, because what that does is it makes it easier for you to rank higher in those individual locations. On top of that, you can make the same content for every single business profile and just update them all at the same time. And when you get reviews on the profile, make sure they're happening regularly, at least on a weekly basis, so that Google knows customers in the real world are interacting with your business and they're having a good experience. So Google knows that, hey, this is a legitimate business, they do good work, it'll rank you higher. So there you have it. Those are just 3 of the many, many large HVAC companies whom you're probably competing with on Google right now. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you want to check out more about what we do, which is exactly the strategies and tactics that I've given you in this video, just implementing them for you so you don't have to lift a finger or really even think about it, then click the link in the description and book a call with me just to see if it'd be worth it. But either way, check out the rest of the channel. I've got so many videos about SEO and SEO specific to HVAC as well. So that's it, and I'll catch you in the next one.